I'm going to do this video from here because it looks like I've got a halo. Maybe then I'll be forgiven. Most of these churches, like a Patriot Church, Greg Locke, his church, many of these cults, churches, what have you, these centers, worship centers, whatever, a lot of these places, they deliberately skirt the charity exemption, the tax exempt status, because, well, they know the ramifications. First of all, it's a great money laundering scheme. If you follow the money, if you're ever allowed to, then you kind of see where all the private flights go. It's funny that Ken Peters, the guy that preaches at Patriot Church here in Knoxville, the one that's got the 1818 flag outside painted on top of the barn church, the 1818 flag, which harkens to a time when states could pick whether they wanted to be slave states or not. Anyway, bygones. So Ken Peters at Patriot Church, isn't it funny how Ken Peters can fly on a preacher's salary all the way from Knoxville to Seattle, and then from Seattle to their other satellite church locations, because you can see on the little TV thing that they broadcast, he's all over the place, and they swap out their little preachers, and the little preachers are preaching in the different places. It's a neat little thing they've got going. Anyway, I'm sure it's all legitimate, not a complete nor utter scam. And what's even funnier, if you go to Patriot Church, their congregation actually is right there on their website. It's so weird that their families and faces are on there. Actual nationalists, white supremacist, evangelical, nationalist domestic terror threats. Anyway, so what I'm saying is they don't want the tax exempt status on purpose. Because if they have the tax exempt status, then mean men like me will go file papers to get it taken away. So mean men like me can't file those papers if they don't have the status. And they don't want the status, so mean men like me can't prove that I've been right my entire fucking life about them. So then people like me would get on TikTok and say, I filed papers against Ken Peters at Patriot Church in Lenoir City, the one that has the 1818 flag. They boast about how demonic abortion should be stopped at all costs. And meanwhile, Knoxville's Planned Parenthood was burned to the ground in a evangelical terrorist arson attack on December 31st, 2021. Anyway, Ken Peters at Patriot Church doesn't have that kind of protection, the charity protection. Neither does Greg Locke. See, they never do, but they like to boast that they gave it up because it's some sort of toxic macho BDE, but certainly not biblical dick energy.